Okay, you're tuned into the Black Nation of Israel. This video is entitled "My Take on the ICE Raids." There is one thing about Trump that I agree with. It's only one thing about Trump that I agree with, and that is the that he is trying to the illegal immigration, deporting the illegal immigrants. Yeah, I can agree with that because the illegal immigrants are coming over here to America. Once they get settled in and start working here, they look down on our people, look down and disrespect us, disrespect our our elders and the younger people. I have seen it. Most people are not talking about it, but I've seen it and other people seen it, but they want to hush hush about it. But I have seen it. Uh, they disrespectful on the jobs that we come on. You know, we are suffering the worst. The Negroes here in America are suffering the worst from the illegal immigration, and most people are not talking about it. The politicians, or even your local neighbors are not saying anything about how the Negroes are suffering the worst. We are suffering more than white people are suffering from illegal immigration. Yeah, they come over here and disrespect the Negroes. You know, come over here and disrespect our people and uh, do not have. They speak Spanish when they come around Negroes, but when they are among their own people or whites, they speak English. See, that's another sign right there that they don't. They showing that that's saying that they don't want to communicate with us on an equal level. You see, and saying the N word in Spanish. You know, and a lot of people are waking up to that. A lot of our people are waking up to it. And another thing, there is a lot of black men and black women among our people, and also in the political and the media area, that says that it's wrong for their children to be taken away during the raids. Our they have forgotten that our children during slavery was fed to alligators by white slave traders. They have forgotten their history, and either they have forgotten or they just we are so concerned about other people that we don't love our own kind, and that's not right. Now, I'm not saying that we should stop showing love to other people. Right is right and wrong is wrong. There is a time that we should show love, and there is a time that we should be concerned about our own people. There comes a time when a certain time come where we should show love for our own people, not at the detrimental situation of ourselves. We should show love for our own people at a certain time, because uh, it would be foolish of us to be uh, feeling sorry for a race of another people who comes over here and hate us and deprive the resources away from us, dilute and deprive the resources away from our people. And also, we talking about the children that's gonna come after us. They gonna have to go through this after we pass on, and we shouldn't be telling our children and our grandchildren to love another race of people who gonna hate us. Now, this is not saying that we should love people. What? Because see, we show love every day, all throughout the year. Really, when you really look at it, Negroes, Black American Negroes, we show love. We show love every day when we go to work every day and pay our taxes, and 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 come home and make an honest days of living, a right living. See, we show love every day throughout the year. For those of us who work, for those of us who work and pay our taxes and not uh, we don't break the law. Those of us who don't break the law, see, we we are abiding by the laws of this land. There's a lot of reasons that we could be upset about. There's a lot of issues that we should be upset about, but we are not. It's amazing. Even other people have talked about this. That it is amazing that Black American Negroes haven't started a war because we have the love and compassion of the Heavenly Father and Christ. You see, so we show love every day throughout the year to other nations. We have there's a lot of reasons that we could be like upset about a lot of things. Racial profiling, uh, blacks being shot down in the streets by cops, and we haven't routed, we haven't looted, we haven't routed anything all throughout the year. You know, what you call it, robbing banks. Uh, you know, we have the highest unemployment, but we are not robbing banks. See, the Most High is looking at that. So we are abiding in a righteous way for those of us who have a good heart. So, you know, but now going back to the immigrants who coming over here and coming over here and getting benefits on off the backs of the Negroes, uh, we should not be concerned about them during the ICE raids if their children are being taken away, because they coming over here profiting off the backs of us. You see, they coming over here and profiting off the backs of us, of what we built. We built this country, and this is why I believe we should get reparations. We should get reparations. We should demand it, and we should look into this matter. Let me read something out of Dr. Claus Anderson's book, and then I'm going to go into the scriptures. Just a minute. This is on page 68 of Dr. Claude Anderson's book, A Black History Reader, 101 Questions that you never thought to ask. It says, I'm just going to read a brief paragraph here. And I advise that everybody, every black man and woman should have this book in their home. Okay, on page 68, it says, the 14th Amendment confirmed the citizenship of former black slaves and forbade anyone to deprive them of their rights to be treated in a manner that whites would be treated under similar circumstances. You see that? The 14th Amendment gave us the right to be treated equal to whites and to be treated as first-class citizens. You see that? And it goes on to say, this is equal. This was talking about the black slaves, black American Negro slaves as well. The 14th Amendment was for the black and American Negro slaves. He goes on to say, this is the equal protection and due process provision that was specifically enacted for newly freed black people. That's the black slaves. This is the equal protection and due process provision that was specifically enacted for newly freed black people. That's us. The 14th Amendment was for us, newly freed black people. He goes on to say, these provisions were not designed to benefit immigrants. It was not designed to benefit immigrants or fabricated means made up minority classes. And he goes on to say, whites and other groups were granted their rights under the 5th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Yeah, but the 14th Amendment, now back to these immigrants, the 14th Amendment was hijacked with an influx of immigrants coming over here during the 90s, especially in the 1990s. That was when a mass influx of immigrants was coming over here, and they hijacked the 14th Amendment. And they deprived us of our status and reduced us to a third class citizens. Third class citizens. See, we need to wake up and realize that the 14th Amendment was hijacked. The 14th Amendment applied to us, but it was applied to, now it's being applied to the immigrants over here. It's time for us to, wake up and realize what's happening. Okay, this is the end of the video. Shalom.